All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming to watch my second session. This is session number 4. My name is Katherine Cox, and I'm a horticulture therapy student at Portland Community College. I'm taking the GRN 269 Therapeutic Horticulture Skills 1 class. This is session number 4. The setting is an assisted living facility at a garden club, and I'm going to be working with a 36-year-old male patient with dementia who will be going by Boomer. Boomer is acting. He does not really have dementia. Some of the props that we're going to be using might be simulated. I was instructed to not go out and buy anything, so if you see us pretending to do something, it's because we don't have the prop and we're simulating. And then I also will explain my process at the end. And just to reiterate, I am not licensed. This is just a project for school. So, Boomer, thank you so much for coming to see me today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for seeing me.
Yeah. How are you feeling today? What's going on?
I'm a little tired.
A little tired today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of low on energy.
Low energy? Have you been feeling that way all day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Are there any other problems going on, or other than that, are you feeling pretty good?
I feel pretty good other than that, yeah.
Okay, right on. Well, I really look forward to our session today. We have lots of fun things planned. We're going to be starting by doing a sensory activity. If you want to pick up the rosemary that's in front of you, it looks like this. And I'll let you take some time to kind of explore the plant. And if you want to take your hand and run through it 3 times like this, and smell your hand. That smells really good. What kind of memories does this bring up for you?
It reminds me of my sister and being at her house. She always has some kind of potpourri or something that smells just like this, so it reminds me of spending time with my sister, family.
Yeah, well, that's a good memory. That's a good memory. When I smell this, I think about my time in Greece, and I remember using some rosemary to cook some lamb, and it was the best lamb I'd ever had. It was so good, and yeah, it takes me back to happy days of travel. Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. That's a good one. What else do you notice about the plant that you like?
It looks really, really fresh.
It is fresh. I just cut it today for our session.
Oh.
Yeah. Another thing that I really like is that the petals are pointy and kind of spiky, but they don't prick you. They don't hurt. They're very soft.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah. So, yeah, the rosemary is actually a culinary herb, and like I was saying, you can use it for cooking. So it's a very handy herb to have on hand. Yeah. So we can go ahead and set that down. And then the next one I want you to pick up is the lavender. And I want you to take time to kind of smell the lavender and look at it and enjoy it. See what you notice about it. If any feelings come up for you.
It doesn't have much of a smell to me.
Yeah.
But what I do get, it reminds me of like toilet bowl cleaner.
Toilet bowl cleaner. Yeah, there are a lot of cleaning products that smell like lavender. So that is fair to say, for sure. A lot of people say that lavender helps them feel relaxed, or they'll spray it on their pillow or their bed sheets, and it helps them feel sleepy.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like lavender a lot. It's one of my favorites. So we can go ahead and set that down. So what we're doing today, I'm very excited. We're going to be planting a seed, and I brought a few different seeds for you to check out today. We have a few different ones we're going to look at. First one is this one here. You can go ahead and pick one up. Do you know what kind of a seed this is?
Peach.
It's very similar. It's in the peach family. This is an apricot seed. It's a pit, actually. If you open it up, there's more little seeds inside. Oh, let's not put that in our mouth because it's not clean. But yeah, it's when it does grow, it has this wonderful, delicious fruit that you can eat. But we're not going to eat the seed.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and put that back. And then, do you like to drink coffee?
I do.
So these are coffee beans. You can pick up a coffee bean. We're not going to put this in our mouth. We're just going to look at it. But yeah, this bean has been roasted, and that's what makes it taste like coffee. People like to grind it up, and then they can turn it into that delicious coffee drink that we all like to enjoy. Coffee beans grow on trees.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And when they are harvested, they're actually kind of like a reddish green color.
Oh.
Yeah.
What makes them change color?
The roasting.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to roast them over a fire, and then that's what makes them this dark color, and that's what gives them the taste of coffee. Yeah. And different beans can have different flavors.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a coffee bean. The one we're going to be working with today is the sunflower seed. Have you ever seen sunflowers? Can I have your attention, please? Have you ever seen sunflowers?
I have.
Yeah? Do you like sunflowers?
I do.
Well, we are going to plant one today.
Oh.
So that's going to be fun. I'll let you pick what seed that you want. You can pick a sunflower seed. Yeah, I got mine. It's nice and small. And it's going to turn into a big, beautiful sunflower. Do you know how big the average sunflower can get?
I do not.
You do not? The average sunflower can get to about 6 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah. So it can get pretty big. It's amazing to think that something this small can get that big.
That's impressive.
It is. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing, we each have a pot in front of us. You have your own pot, and we're going to start by filling it up with some soil. You can hold on to the seed in one hand if you want, or you can set it in front of you. You have that choice. And would you like to wear gloves today, or would you like to use your hands, and then you can wash your hands afterwards?
I will use my hands.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, we're going to fill it up till it's about 2.5 inches tall. So about, let's see, it'll be about right there. Okay, that's about where it's going to be. Do you want me to make a little mark on your pot so you know?
Yeah, I might forget if you don't.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. So right about this mark. Okay, all right. Yeah, you're welcome. So we can go ahead and begin. We can start putting dirt in there just a little bit at a time. There's no rush. You can just take your time. You're doing a very good job of staying on task and staying focused. Oh, let's remember to keep our hands to ourselves. That wasn't a very nice touch.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you for taking responsibility. Is it getting to that fill mark?
I think we're good here.
Yeah? Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's perfect. Very good job of following directions. You can go ahead and put your seed in there now and just kind of press it down very gently. And then we're going to put a little bit more soil over the top. Just a little bit more. You don't want to put too much on there, because then the seed won't germinate and it won't grow the way that we want it to. So I think that's good. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to take the watering can and I want you to just pour some water on there and give our seed a little drink. That will help it grow. Good, nice steady hand. Good job. Awesome, you did a great job. You just planted a seed.
Oh.
If you would like, I'll let you use this marker and you can write your name on the pot. You're doing such a good job of paying attention. Let's refocus. We're almost done. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write your name on this pot. Okay? Would you like me to help you?
Please.
Yeah? Okay. I'll hold the pot still for you while you write your name. You're doing a good job. Good. Yes, Boomer. Nice job. Great.
Thank you.
You did a very good job of staying focused and holding that pin and remembering how to spell your name. That's wonderful. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Great job. Yeah, so that was our activity. I would love for you to tell me your rose and your thorn. Your rose is something that you liked about the activity, and a thorn is something that you didn't like or that was challenging.
I liked planting a seed. I think this is going to be very nice to see it grow, and I think that was a fun activity. I wasn't too fond of not being able to smell this too much. That kind of brought me down a little bit. I wish I could have smelled this more.
Do you feel like you have some allergies? Like, are you having a hard time breathing?
I'm a little stuffed up and congested right now.
A little congested?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can let your nurse know about that, and maybe she can get you some medicine for that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm glad that you told me that. Yeah, my rose, I really loved, I always love smelling the rosemary and doing the sensory activity. I love to smell plants and herbs. It brings back happy memories for me. My thorn, I forgot to actually mark where I wanted to stop, so I think I put a little bit too much dirt in there. So I might need to fix that, but that's okay because we made sure that you did it the right way. So that makes me happy. So yeah, that was our session today, and thank you so much for coming to see me, and I will see you next week.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah. All right. So for the recap, I thought that Boomer did a very good job of staying on task. I thought he did a very good job of following directions. As far as his goals, I forgot to talk about that in the beginning. For his physical goals, we wanted to engage his senses and wanted to exercise his fine motor skills, which he did, which is great. For cognitive goals, being able to concentrate, stay on task, and improve his memory retention. Typically, dementia patients are able to recall long-term memories or memories from a long time ago, so that's good that he was able to make that connection to family with his sister. Socially, being able to interact with me, the therapist, and he was giving me good eye contact, so that's really good. And these kinds of activities can help reduce isolation, which can be a real issue for folks living in these homes. And that's also the whole element of having the garden club, is just to have an excuse to get out and to socialize. Psychologically, Boomer was able to make choices, share his preferences, demonstrate his ability to follow directions, and control his moods and behaviors. There was an incident when he kind of slapped my hand when we were working with the dirt together, and I was able to redirect the behavior and just remind him to not do that. And so for follow-up care, I would just let his other caretakers and his nurse know that happened, because we all have a plan to try and help him manage those behaviors. Sometimes people with dementia exhibit signs of aggression, and so we want to try and keep an eye on that if we see it escalating. That's something that I would also probably do differently, given Boomer's history, is I would have another therapist in the room with me just in case those types of behaviors were to escalate, because I need to protect myself as the therapist and also make sure that he's not a danger to himself or others. I would also, in the observed, I put on there, in addition to being tired, I mentioned the behavior, and then also the potential allergies or the congestion, because he wasn't able to smell one of the plants very well. Again, I thought he did a good job of staying on focus, staying concentrated. For his plan for treatment, I would say maybe do 2 sessions per week, and I would involve maybe 1 or 2 other group members and an extra therapist with me, so he has more social interaction. And maybe I would consult with his nurse if there's any other good key phrases to make sure that I'm being consistent when addressing those behaviors, because we really want to keep those under control. As far as what worked, I thought that breaking down the steps slowly and one at a time and doing it with him, he was able to follow the directions really well and stay focused. So I thought that was good. And I thought the way that I redirected him was, I thought it was good. It was very gentle, but, clear. Some feedback that I got from my last session from one of my classmates is that in the middle of a session I stopped to take notes in the middle of it, and then my client got distracted and was like wondering what I was doing, and it was like a long lag time. So this time I made the conscious effort to not be doing my notes while I was in the middle of the session, and I would just do it afterwards. Anything else I would change? I don't think so. When we were doing our practice run through, I didn't have some of the props that I wanted to have here, but I did a quick reset and I felt overall that it was planned, but just making sure that I have all of my supplies when I'm getting ready to have a session. I think that's just a good rule of thumb, just making sure you've done your prep work. So yeah, that's what I would say. And those are the SOAP notes. Do you have any feedback for me as the therapist?
I thought everything was very well laid out. The activities were engaging to keep your focus and keep you interested in doing everything. So I thought that was really, really well done.
Sweet. Yay. All right, so that's our session. Awesome. All right, and thank you, Boomer, for volunteering to act.